Hey everyone, this is Chorus, and this is war number 3, season 38. My team for this war is the same team as war number 2, Nimrod, Thing, and Havoc. We're gonna take like 10 fights in this war. So, initially, we're gonna start with part 7, section 1, and then part 9, section 2. So, the first fight was I Bomb. I had a feeling this guy was running the Suicide Mastery, so probably it's gonna be a better and more easier fight. So here my plan is just to use Nimrod because he's immune to his poison, uh, and also like he can put this power drain on him so that like you can at least handle up with his power gain due to conflictor, and because of his whenever he uses special one he puts self-inflicting poisons which do zero damage, so that means they are debuffs, so which will be removed because of conflictor. So here I made a mistake, but luckily we had a quick reaction time to it, so we blocked his hits. So fight plan is just simple, that we need to use a special 2 and just melt him down. And also, since he was running recoil, whenever he uses the special he's gonna take 5% of his health. So next up was Scorpion on Vivified and Brute Force. So it was the same guy, so I knew he is running suicides, and I decided to use Nimrod. Was not the ideal counter, but I guess it worked out in some way. So my plan is to push him to special 2s and only hit during the parry duration so that he doesn't evade. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna try and let him use specials and just do like one hit during the Scorpion sense so that we don't mess up. So here we just do like 1 or 2 hits, and now my plan is to parry and use a special 2, but I was a little bit delayed on this. I know that he's shock immune, so that was not a problem. My main focus was just to not let him corner me, and like don't evade, that's it. So he's at 11%, 10%, he used a special, so he's at 5% now. One hit and there goes down Scorpion. So the next fight was a rank for Nick Fury on Hazard Shift, Poison and Incinerate, Power Efficiency, and Schadenfreude. So the plan is to use Havoc and only hit during the Incinerate phase, and try to not get the poisons on you because that triggers his fury. That has a very, because he gets a potent fury which does a lot of damage. And here I don't know why I was hitting during the poison phase, so I was like, okay, let's try to lock in my feedback so I can do more damage. So we go with the special 2. It does a pretty good amount of damage, and 40 seconds into the fight we already made him go in this real life phase, so that was nice. And somehow he used a special 1 out of nowhere again. So here my plan is just to nuke this fight, use special 1s, put the plasmas, and try to bait the heavy attack with the heavy attack and counter him with the heavy attack so that I can lock in the feedback. So he's at 21% and he decides to throw another special 1. So at this point I'm just waiting for this poison phase to go, and now I'm just gonna bait a heavy attack, probably finish the fight with the special 1, and I guess that takes him down. But no, he's just still at like 1%, so I just do a block it and it takes him out. Next up was Kitty Pride on Hazard Shift, Shock and Incinerate, Aggressive Prowess, and Insult to Injury. So here we decided to use Nimrod even if he's not immune to Incinerate and Shock. So we decided to put a to put a Odin Stormbreaker pre-fight on this fight for me. So I'm just trying to nuke this fight down because I know if we stay in this fight for a longer time, and since we can nuke this fight, I just decided to go with Nimrod and take the debuff damage and just try to finish the fight as fast as we can, because that's gonna be my last Nimrod fight. So I was not that much uh, worried about losing health and using a potion. So we have the debuffs, and like we just melting her down, and there she goes down in probably 50 seconds or something. So that was an easy fight. Next up was Kingpin on Scarf Stiff, Power Focus 2, and Bubble Shield. So I'm gonna use Havoc and just cycle special ones, and probably use special 2s if needed. So here the plan is just to, just bait out special ones. We do need a cooperative AI, because if he doesn't throw that special one, that means we are gonna be rooted. And probably if you're rooted and he throws a special one which is unblockable, it becomes a little bit difficult to manage the decks. And here we get rooted, so we're just waiting on, we're just maintaining our calm, because sometimes people panic while they're rooted and they don't know what to do. So it's always better to just do normal dashbacks how you do it, like in case you want to avoid a hit. And don't try to rush it, don't try to be nervous during that phase. And this SP2 does a lot of damage, so we already have the fight in the bag, but we also need to be careful that we don't make silly mistakes at this point. So probably after this one more combo, I guess I'm gonna go with the special one. No, I don't. So yeah, we're just waiting on one more special one, and we do a 5-hit combo, and there goes down Kingpin. Next up was Dr. Doom on Note 26, which is Hazard Shift, Shock and Bleed, and Aggression, and Crumbling Armor, and Conflictor. So I'm just gonna fast forward this fight, because so we use the White Max pre-fight, so I can use Thing on this fight. And this guy's running probably like 4 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion. So the plan is just to do normal parry heavy hits, SP3, and yeah, that's the whole plan for this fight. But here I make like a very lethal mistake, which was I ate a special one, but I was unblockable. So that's where I made the mistake. But I did a pro player move, which was trigger a heavy attack, so that I get less amount of incinerate damage. So that worked out pretty well. I might have not died, but I could have been at a very low health if I didn't do it. So that's what we did in this fight. We're just gonna fast forward. It's not a special or a very different kind of a fight. It's a simple parry 5-hit combo fight. So we're just waiting on the special ones. We don't want to push him to special 2, because we saw what happened whenever I tried to dex that special 2. So yeah, we're just playing it safe, and the fight is going well. It's a bit slow fight, but it's still manageable. So I guess around the end of the fight, I just decide to go with the special 3 and seal the deal. So here's the normal gameplay, not the fast forwarded gameplay. So we're just trying to bait out this one last special one, and he's being annoying with it. And so I just went with the 5-hit combo and a special 3 to end the fight. It could have been a very bad fight if I had used Havoc for this one, because of that conflictive power gain. It's too difficult to manage his power and everything. Alternatively, we could have used Ghost, but I just had a rank 4 thing and I was gonna bring him, so I just thought like maybe let's just go with this. Next up is rank for Mojo on the same hazard shift, shock and incinerate, and one eye open. So my plan over here was to do parries first, but he got that stun prompt. So that's when I decided not to parry or either wait out that stun prompt. So I'm gonna use a regen boost for this fight just to top up some health because I know I'm gonna take a lot of block damage. So he gets to use a special prompt, so I'm just being careful. Like I have a dex on me, so I just don't wanna use a special at that point, or don't let him use a special. So the fight is going pretty well until now, I guess, because that's when he corners me and he's just not ready to throw a special two. And I'm just trying to bait out special two so that like I can get out of this corner and I can at least do some hits. And he's just not ready to throw a special one or a special two. So after this parry, I guess he decided. Finally, he decided to use a special two, and that's when I got my opening. I was like, okay, I need to get out of this corner now. So we did a few hits. We did a decent amount of damage with them. So now I have dexed. So I have to wait out this poison, this anti-field phase. So I'm not gonna hit him right now. I'm just gonna wait out for this anti-field to end. So I just decided to go with the special 3. I had no idea if I was gonna get the Legion on me or not, but I was just hoping I don't get the Legion because the prompt was end above, so I was not sure if it's gonna do it. And with the unstoppable and the passive furies, we were just hitting like a truck, and we managed to finish the fight with high amount of health, which was always good. Next up was this thing on Nerve of Steel and the same hazard shift, shock and bleed. So since I got the shock on me, I just decided to do a heavy attack so I can lock that feedback. And here I make a mistake. I didn't count my hits, so he got unstoppable. But it wasn't a thing to worry about because we were anyways gonna parry during the bleed phase. So here we again go with hitting during the shock phase, and you can see that he's melting down right now, which is always good. So here we get again to the bleed phase. I could have just did block hits on him and remove that armor or the passive armor he's getting every 4 seconds, I guess, but it was not needed because once we get the shock on us, so the main damage source is the plasma detonation. So the fight went pretty well. Next up was this King Root on Rich Gets Richer and Aspect of Evolution. So we decided that I'm going to take this fight with Think. Put 2 Odin pre-fights. One was given to that kitty fight to Nimrod. So I had so the backup had 2 more. So we decided to put these 2 pre-fights over on this fight. So basically, King Groot will have at max 2 buffs if you don't push him to a special 2. So first is going to be either Furies or and the region. So what I had to do was initially have 2 buffs, and probably if he gets 2 buffs, so just do a dex and get my power so I can use a special 3. So special 3 does not trigger conduct, so we are good with using special 3s on conduct defenders. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just playing this fight normally and I'm just waiting out special ones. It's going pretty well. So here I decided to use a special 3 just so that I can cycle one more special 3 if needed. And also you get passive stuff, and you also get some more buffs, which is unblockable and unstoppable, so that means more easy power access. So yeah, the fight is going pretty well. We have like 4 buffs on us, and we also can get an opening because of that unblockable. So here I don't want to push him to a special 2, so I'm waiting a special 1 over here. And here we can see his damage has started increasing, but and also like we got hit with the special one, but we triggered our protection on the last hit, so it's all good until now. So here I just probably first I decided like I'll just bait a special one, but then I just decided to go with 5-hit combo and a special 3 to end the fight. And I was just hoping it finishes him off. I didn't want to deal with that SP2, so it luckily it did finish him off, so that's all good. Next up was a long shot on Conflictor and combat deja vu prowess. And here I decided to use Think for this fight. And James gave me the White Max pre-fight so I can easily do my parries. So I'm not that much worried about him getting to a special 2. And since it's a rank 4 long shot, it's better if I play it safer. So initially I started with only medium light hits, so I don't trigger the block penetration stuff. And also I just initially I should have just parried the special so I can gain more of the rock stacks. But the thing is, I actually wanted him to be a little bit more defensive so I can gain my passive furies even faster, because once you are at like 20 furies, 20 rock stacks, so 5 of those are like on a timer. So basically if you take a block hit, you reset the rock stacks and you won't get the passive fury like that. So I'm just trying, like, if he becomes defensive, that means it's better for me, because that way I can get 5 passive furies every time. And if he uses special 2, we are pretty cool about that also, because we won't take that nullify damage, because thing is immune to nullify. So we might get the incinerate, but it's hardly gonna do any damage. So that's what we are gonna do. And we see that my buffs have expired, but since he was running like probably 3 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion, he didn't get enough power to reach a special 3, which was all nice. So here we're just baiting a special 2, and he got the Purify. That means he puts an Incinerate on us, and once we get the protection, we are basically healing from that Incinerate. And even without the protection, we're just healing from that Incinerate, which is nice. There's like some amount of health we're getting back because of this block damage stuff. So here we are baiting. I'm trying to bait another special 1, but he was not ready to throw it, so I just decided like, okay, let's push him to a special 2. And here I'm again waiting on, like, I actually hate long shot AI. It's so defensive a lot of times that it's too difficult to like fight him. So we did a 5-hit combo. That means it triggered the prowess puncture or whatever it's called. So we again got the incinerate, but we got the protection as well, so we are again healing a little bit. The fight is going pretty well, and after this 5-hit combo, I didn't even use a special 3. I just finished him with like normal hits. So yeah, that was it for this war video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you.